Okay, good evening. Welcome to our meeting. I'll open the meeting to the public, hoping to address the board on any topic at this time. If not, you'll have another chance at the end of the meeting. Anyone? No? Okay, minutes of the previous meeting from January 6th. Any comments or corrections from the board?
Make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
Second. We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Bills, are there any additions?
We have one addition tonight. It's New York State Unemployment Insurance in the amount of $670.
Okay. Does the board have any comment on the bills as amended?
Make a motion to pay the bills as amended.
Second. Okay, a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Bills are passed. There's no correspondence. I would, let's see. I've received a request for an extension of a leave without pay from one of the employees that's in extended leave status right now. It needs to be amended until his next return work date, which I don't have on here, but it's
in April.
in April. So,
We need a motion.
yeah, I need a motion, a second, hold on.
I'll make a motion that we approve the leave without pay status.
Have a second? A motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that's approved. And here the closeout resolution, finally finished the train station, that's been finished for years, but we're finishing the paperwork end of it. Whereas the Board of Trustees has determined that the village no longer needs the railroad station restoration capital project fund because the project is completed and all funding has been received and the general fund loan was paid. And whereas the treasurer has submitted a complete accounting of the project's revenues and expenditures showing a zero balance at the end of the fund, be it therefore resolved that the Board of Trustees does hereby declare the project complete and authorizes the treasurer to close the railroad station restoration capital project fund. This resolution shall take effect immediately, and I move that to the floor for a second.
Second.
Okay, Trustee Arno?
Aye.
Trustee Dart?
Aye.
Trustee Menard?
Aye.
Trustee Gadway?
Aye.
The mayor votes aye. Okay, sewer plant force main authorization. I discussed it with Public Works Supervisor Adam Menard today. What we'd like to do is purchase the materials to replace the force main that sprung a leak last spring. We're anticipating that the village crew will be able to install it. They'll have one other expense tied in with this is renting an excavator. They think that we'll probably pass the time of the season for doing it easily because of the cold, the ground and everything. We have to get a bigger excavator. So if it doesn't get another leak, we'll let it go till early in the spring, like maybe April or so, or end of March. But I'd like to have the materials on hand so that if we do have to do it, we've got everything here, we don't have to wait something on back order or something else. So he said it would be, he thinks it'll be around $15,000, but what I'd like to do is make a motion to authorize the purchase of this not to exceed $18,000 for materials.
We have that in budget, yeah.
Hmm?
We have that in budget, is it?
It's not specified in the budget, because of course this came up after the budget was made, but there's money in the sewer fund that will be able to cover it, I think. But I mean, we're gonna have to, it's either buy it now or buy it at the last minute. If we buy it at the last minute, we might, it might be a snag, so,
We have a place to store it all.
oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just, I think they're 20-foot lengths of plastic pipe. And I think he's gonna order like an extra 100 feet to have on hand, or when we get done with the project, we'll have a few lengths left over, which we wanna keep. But anyway. So we need a motion.
Motion to have Public Works order any materials needed for this line replacement,
Not to exceed
not to exceed the 18,000.
18,000, yeah. We have a motion, I need a second.
Second.
Second from trustee Gadway, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, and then I request a short executive session.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Trustee Arnold.
Have electrics, meter in the school that the electric department, I guess would like to go. It's in Fairport, New York, and it's going to be registered by February 21st. So,
It's limited to 30 people, first come, first served, too.
so we better get on the ball.
So how many,
Somebody else.
how many we sending? One? Just one?
Just one.
Yeah, just
Send
one.
just one?
Okay.
And also, I hear a lot of good things about the sidewalk being, where they're being cleaned and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The sidewalk plow, I guess, is doing a really good job,
Good.
and people are well pleased with it. And the water plant, the filters, they took apart, they set it all apart today, and they're cleaning it tonight with acid and stuff, and so they're doing on that job, so. That's all I have.
Now, you want to
Mr.
make
Mayor.
a motion to authorize,
Oh, I'll make a motion to authorize one person to go.
Second?
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. That it?
That's it.
Okay. Trustee Dart.
At the last community meeting on the 15th, they talked about a whole bunch of things, but in particular, they talked about an area that they could find where they could bank some snow for kids to have a little sliding event or whatever. Not sure, other than that, what they were talking about. But, and they also had pitched some more ideas about what they'd like to do around the community and whatever else. And the next 15th is, next meeting is February 11th
Okay,
for that. And again, it's gonna be at the American Legion.
4 o'clock.
No.
4 PM to 6 PM.
No, 6 o'clock. The next meeting is 6 o'clock.
Oh, at 6?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably better anyway.
Yeah. Well, that's what they thought, because a lot of people don't get out of work very
It's kind of
early.
hectic, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you, Benny, I missed that.
Yeah.
And that's all I have.
thank you. Trustee Menard.
I have a couple things. Just like to congratulate John Cooper. He finished his schooling for code enforcement officer. He's officially a code enforcement officer now. Congratulations, John. Thank you.
Dale.
And my second item is that the trustees of the Rouses Point Dodge Memorial Library have appointed Henrietta Chapman to the position of library page. And this is just a informational thing. She'll be on call, I guess, as needed. And that's all I have for this evening.
Okay, thank you. Trustee Gadway.
A couple things with the rec department. The rec is running pretty good right now. A couple things with the new girls' locker room that they're working on. It's gonna be a little bit longer before it's completed, but it's coming. And the bathrooms in the locker rooms already, we're gonna try and close off the toilet and make an actual bathroom out of it instead of, it's in the budget already, I believe.
Yeah, we're budgeted for four sinks and 4 enclosures. And I think the plan we discussed was that you're gonna do one of them to see how it works, like a prototype.
Right.
And it'll get you an idea of the cost and what's the best way to do it and see how everybody likes it before we build the other 3. Is that what they're,
Yep, so we're working with Ethan on that this week,
okay.
so that's all I have.
I got one other thing, Mr. Mayor. On the windows for downtown, I got 6 artists, local artists, that's gonna paint the plywood that I have. And they're gonna do that, I gotta have them done by May 1st. So,
That's for that yellow building we were talking
for
about?
the yellow building, yeah, for all the windows and stuff. So I got the people to paint them and stuff like that, so. they figure they're gonna paint whatever they want, not what we want and stuff like that, you know.
Right,
Yeah, whatever they wanna paint,
Yeah.
you know, some would be kids, cartoon characters and stuff like that, and some will be scenery pictures or whatever, so.
it's fine, whatever, you know, whatever they got is gonna be better than what we got.
Yeah, so,
And we're gonna, who's gonna put them
Ryan Palkey and myself, and a few of the women in the coffee shop,
You put them on the outside or the inside?
inside. Yeah.
You wanna be careful in there.
Oh, yeah, that's why just Mr. Palkey and myself are gonna do it.
Yeah, you don't let any kids in there or anything.
No, no, no.
Okay, that on?
That's it, that's it.
Okay, other reports. Mr. Cooper.
The only thing I have to report is I have got with the assessor, the county assessor, and I'm changing the filing system, because what we had was some old folders in there with handwritten at the top. The county's printing me up a regular number for each and every piece of property listed here in the village, and I'm gonna pull them all out and line them up that way. So if anybody else has to go down there for anything, there'll be no problem finding it.
Good, good, very
Well,
good.
I'm working with, I want to thank Tim Swasinski, because he works for the county, and he's making them up for me right now. I should have them next week.
Good.
It'll be really pretty impressive.
Ms. Sullivan.
Hi there. Well, the Saturday morning session at the Saturday is at the library is going great. Our first week we had 9 people. The second week we had 23. And about 15 of them were kids, and we made robots and colored and just have a great new place for kids to hang out on Saturdays in the winter.
Anybody read anything?
No. We made robots.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
It was fun.
I always use places like that in the village for
Yeah.
kids to do stuff. Okay, some other reports. We'll open the meeting back to the public. Anyone wishing to address the board may do so. No? Okay, I'd like a motion to recess for executive session.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Right.
Aye.
That was short and sweet.
Because it's
Congratulations.
cold out.
Yeah, right?
Pretty frisky this morning, I don't mind saying.
Directions in there.
That
Who's that over there? Is there?
lives on Chapman Street.